NBA Finals are tonight. Game 3 from Indiana with that series tied at a game apiece. You can catch it right here on San Antonio Sports Star right after Extra Innings with Pledge, with the pregame starting at 6:30. The Knicks, well, they're leaving no stone unturned in their coaching search, but they're getting turned down by everyone. The Mavs, Rockets, T-Wolves, and now the Hawks, the latest to decline.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That goal is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge. What's up,
Can't stop me now. Welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Thank you for joining me, however you may be joining me, whether that is on the radio at 94.1 on your FM dial. If you happen to be locked in at sasportstar.com, listening via the AA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or if you happen to be watching live on YouTube, that's right. We stream all of our shows live via YouTube. Just go there, search SA Sports Star. Go ahead, like, subscribe, set those notifications for when we do go live. You can comment along with the shows as they happen, or you can feel free to just call in the old-fashioned way, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 if you want to be a part of the conversation. Lots going on today on both shows. Earlier today, Tyler Guyton, Cowboys' second-year offensive tackle, who was a first-round pick last year. He joined the Blitz. We'll get to that in a little bit, but you just heard the Blitz finish talking about tonight's game, Game 3, NBA Finals, Pacers, Thunder. You can catch it right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Pre-game starts right after Extra Innings with Pledge at 6:30. But this morning on the Morning Huddle, they were talking about the Pacers' chances in this game and series as it moves forward. And let's just say the future doesn't look bright, according to the Morning Huddle.
One of the things that and this is, people complain about the Thunder getting calls and the Pacers not getting calls. Oklahoma City in the regular season, 26th in opponent free throw rate and 29th in free throw differential. They've attempted more free throws than the Pacers in both finals games so far. So Indiana's got to find ways to get, I think, points at the line. They've got to attack the basket, which is something they've been uncomfortable doing.
Yeah, but you have to have lanes to do that. I mean, it's easy to say, but if you're playing a man defender like Cason Wallace or Caruso,
what about Siakam's not seeing those guys.
No, but he's not a drive and draw dude. Now he needs to draw fouls at that 18-foot. His game is 12 to 18 feet away. His game is pulling a big out, pulling the power forward out, pulling somebody away from the rim and hitting those jump shots. He's not a foul getter. The foul getters on that team are like Naismith and Halliburton and Nembhard, the dudes that put the ball in the hand and get into the rim with momentum.
Yeah.
Pascal is a fadeaway. He's fading out of the paint when he's in there. His job is to make the shot, not get the foul. The guys like Halliburton have to turn the corner. They've got to split that man. Watch the way Shai Gilgeous splits the double team before it even gets there. You got to see it before it happens. And that's the difference between being a good player and a great player and a great player and a superstar. And Halliburton, while he's hit the big shots to put him in the superstar conversation, does not do superstar things on the regular. He doesn't split the double team. He doesn't man himself into the paint. He doesn't hold on to his dribble to that last second before he has to make a decision. He doesn't make a daring pass. He makes the safe play, which is great 99% of the time. But to be a winner, a superstar, that 1% is the separator. It's to make the thing happen that nobody else thought you could make happen. He's going to have to do that tonight, or it's over, man. They have to approach this like Game 7. We lose tonight, all momentum is lost.
You also have to find a way to hold on to the ball. 5 turnovers in Game 2, which tied his most for any game this season, regular season or playoffs.
Can't do that.
You in the finals, you can't give this team extra possessions. They're already going to have them anyway.
And the fact that we'll continue to preach that, though, they can point to, hell, we won with 19 turnovers in the first half. But the fact of the matter is they won because they had 3 turnovers in the last 20 minutes. That's why they won.
This is now 3 straight games where Tyrese Halliburton's turned the ball over at least 3 or more times. The longest streak he's had since March of 2024.
And, that's a testament to the defense.
Like, his whole thing is he doesn't turn the ball over.
And that's a smart basketball player. He's risk averse. He's not going to make the brilliant pass because that leads to turnovers. But some guys you don't want to do that. But
he's just careful. He's safe. And in this series, he hasn't been safe.
Well, again, I'm going to give most of that to Oklahoma City. This is a guy, like you just said, for the last year and a half, he doesn't do that. And that's against everybody else. Against a team with the best on-ball defense in 20 years. I mean, I don't think we fully will give them the credit that they're going to do because they're not beating the Lakers and they're not shutting down Steph Curry. They're shutting down Nimhard and Naismith. The names don't seem to have as much weight, but the fact is they did it to Denver. They did it to Minnesota, and now they're doing it. Everybody, the way that they're playing the defense, now they're doing it to the Pacers. It's them. It's not the teams. You know what I mean? It's their defense that's doing this.
Here's my question. When you look at game 1 and game 2, like, which one feels
game 2
like the outlier here? Like, which series is more indicative of
they are never going
the series
Oklahoma
itself?
City, if they give up more than a 15-point lead at any point, I'll eat my hat. I mean, I'll tell you, this will not happen again. I mean, the lightning has struck. Oklahoma City will not. There'll be fouls. There'll be timeouts. I can assure you, a 15-point lead with 8 minutes to go or whatever it is will not ever happen again.
It will be safe.
That was it. They got garped. It happened. The plane hit the house. Go by the house. That'll never happen again. That lightning will not hit again. Now, there might be little comebacks early in games, but I'm talking about a 15-point closeout with a jumper to close it out. That ain't going to happen.
I also think that the Thunder probably figured something out with Hartenstein in the lineup. They like going. I think they're going to see a lot more of the 2 bigs this game than, obviously there was none of it in game 1. I think we're going to see quite a bit of it tonight because it worked in game 2. Isaiah Hartenstein, kind of like, people talk all the time about stuff that doesn't show up in the box score.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best, screen setting bigs I think you'll find. And Jalen Williams, who couldn't get a freaking shot off. Then you get Hartenstein out there doing some pick and roll stuff for him and getting him some clean looks, and suddenly Jalen Williams got involved again. And I also think that we're having those 2 bigs on the floor means that they're going to get some easier looks inside, and that was a big difference between game 1 and 2. They shot 41% from 2 in game 1, 56.5% in game 2 from 2-point range.
For the double bigs to work, Hartenstein is going to end up having to guard Miles Turner. And Miles has kind of eaten him up out there. So pay attention to how Hartenstein goes, because this could be one of the chinks in the armor. Because if I could get at him and I can get Turner to put the ball on the ground, I want you to take the threes when they're open. He's hit a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get some fouls on him, one, that gets the fouls on your side and that gets you shooting free throws, stopping the clock, and all the stuff that you want to have happen. And 2, it takes that double big out. That does kill you a little bit. That does allow you a little bit more space. If the fouls don't come, Turner doesn't hit shots, and Hartenstein's allowed to play defense 15 feet away from the rim, all is lost, man. I mean, that's one of those things you have to take advantage of, because that is one of the things that is a little bit of a weakness. He doesn't defend very well away from the ball, considering he's not huge.
They're right. And, I see Fred Villarreal saying, sounds like AJ and Rob back to being all in on Oklahoma City. To be fair, so am I. Jacob Eric says he had OKC in 5, but didn't think the Pacers would win game 1. Same. I'm not changing the fact that it's in 5, though. I look at this series in its entirety to this point. And to this point, Oklahoma City has led this series the 96 minutes available to them for 91 minutes and 47 seconds. That's how much they have dominated this series to this point, and if not for a massive late comeback in game one, because they were dominating that game as well. And I don't think that if you're Indiana, you can continue to think that 20-point comebacks against teams are sustainable. You have to jump on them early. And I don't know if they can, because Oklahoma City is that good. They put you in a place that frustrates you. When they lock in defensively, it is as dominant as you've seen. I would liken them to the Pistons. Like when they actually put the clamps on, it is a thing of beauty. They switch well, they play well, and when they go double big with Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren together, it's very, very difficult to score on them because of Chet's ability. You know, I can see similar things with Wemby once the team starts to actually lock in and commit on the defensive side of things. But when it comes to it, Oklahoma City has been the best team this year all year long. They have been dominant against the Eastern Conference, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I don't see this series going very long. I think they caught lightning in a bottle in game one. They've got the MVP. That is my personal opinion on how this series plays out. I'm not wavering from it to this point, because Indiana has shown me nothing outside of a 5-minute stretch that they can sustain anything against this Oklahoma City team. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 941 FM, sasportstar.com. When we come back, Dallas Cowboys, second year left tackle Tyler Guyton joined the Blitz earlier today. He's been doing some work with a former perennial All-Pro of the Cowboys and Tyron Smith. How did that come about, and what are the expectations for year two? We'll find out from the man himself, Tyler Guyton, when he joins right here on Extra Innings with Pledger on 941 San Antonio Sports Star.
Alex,
hello.
We've been trying to track you down. I don't know if you've noticed that. Do you have any idea why?
Something to do with the radio thing.
Every month we're doing a giveaway. GiveMeTheVin.com.
Giveaway? What you giving away, man?
$25,000.
Alex Jackson of Pensacola, Florida is the latest winner of Give Me the Vin's Big Cash Giveaway.
Are you for real?
Every time that you sell a car to Give Me the Vin, you go into a drawing for that month. And dude, you won.
That's great, man. I'm having a baby boy in about 3 months. That's a lot of diapers, man.
Name him John Clay.
Okay.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com.
George gets justice. It's you versus them. The driver who changed your life. The insurance company dodging your calls. They want to give you up. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they take on insurance giants and they fight to win. No upfront costs, no games. Just the fight for results. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
With Target, this Father's Day will be epic. Get up to 30% off gifts for dad. Plus, buy one and get the second one at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target Circle. From stylish apparel and top fitness gear to amazing games and Lego sets, you'll find the perfect gift for him no matter how he dads. Now through Father's Day, save up to 30% on select gifts for him. Plus, buy one, get the second at half price on games, books, music, and more with Target Circle. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Progressive understands that bond between you and your boat. But imagine if something happened to it. Without the boat, you're just Tina with too much boat knowledge. Sure, it's helpful on the water, but with no boat, you're someone who talks way too much about knots, and no one cares what a jib is anyway. Boat Tina could get away with it because she has a boat. So make sure your boat is insured. Get Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer, and then go back to being you, Tina, who owns a boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
When it comes to vaccines, it's important to get the facts. The City of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District knows that life moves fast, and the last thing you want is to miss out due to an illness. Vaccines are safe and help your immune system fight off serious disease that can stop or change your plans. They protect you, the people you love, and can prevent you from getting sick. Let's get vaccinated, because when it comes to your health, it's time to get real about vaccines and get the facts. For more information, visit sa.gov/health.
It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Dallas Cowboys. And speaking of being your home for the Dallas Cowboys all season long, including the ones that take you to Oxnard, California for training camp, we were joined earlier today by a Dallas Cowboy as second year first round pick, left tackle Tyler Guyton ended up joining the Blitz today as he's been doing some work with Tyron Smith, and they asked him about that and a whole bunch of other things earlier today on the Blitz. Here's Tyler Guyton joining San Antonio Sports Star.
Offensive lineman Tyler Guyton joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line, fresh off the practice field. Tyler, appreciate you jumping on down here in San Antonio. How was practice today?
It was amazing. I appreciate you having me.
No, it's always great to have you on here in San Antonio. Obviously, you know as well as anybody. I mean, it's a big Cowboys town, and everybody here in San Antonio likes to know exactly what you guys are doing. I just want to start with we understand that Tyron Smith has come in, and you guys are working together. What are you guys doing, and how much are you working together?
I'm definitely in his ear, constantly. But he was there for Legends Day, and he just jumped on the field after practice to get a couple set-ins. But I definitely have a lot of questions for him and a lot of things that I want to learn about him.
So it was just, the Legends Day, he was there, so you didn't reach out to him or he's reaching out to you. Is that something now that you kind of know him a little bit, you'll do that more of that?
Oh, I've already reached out. We've been in contact already. We got something cooking up.
Well, I would imagine for a guy like you coming in and playing an important position like you do at left tackle, to be able to grab the ear of a guy that is a Hall of Famer has got to be, that's just got to be a privilege, right?
It's such a privilege. It's a blessing to have, that type of mentor that, came before me, left a legacy like he did. I got a lot to learn from him. I'm going to be that annoying young guy that's all in his ear,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tyler Guyton joining us here on the Blitz. Now, I remember talking to you at draft day. You go through the rookie year. Going into year 2, what is different for you as you approach this offseason?
Just changing my process around, my nightly routine, my habits, the way that I eat, the way that I sleep, how hard I push myself in workouts. It's just, I feel like I'm on a different level right now, and all I can do right now is elevate from what I did last year.
Tyler, you say that. Coming into the NFL, I don't know if any rookie knows exactly what he's going to be facing when you come into the NFL. Were there some surprises for you your first year?
Absolutely. Going into a whole new, type of organization, especially one like the Cowboys, there was a lot to learn.
When you look at improvements in your game, and obviously change in head coach, new offensive coordinator is kind of an offensive line expert. What are you learning now that you didn't learn a year ago?
I feel like it's more inner things, just how to take care of myself, make sure that I'm good so that I can be good for my team. But I'm learning a lot from these new coaches. You know, we have a good 1-2-3 tandem with Adams, Riley, and Coach Chin, and they pour into all of us at the same time. So we have all eyes on every position, every step, every hand. So we get good live feedback every play, and it's been really important for me.
Well, I tell you what, Tyler, you say that, and that just seems to be the theme coming out of Frisco these days is the culture, the attitude of the players with the new coaching staff, with Coach Schottenheimer. What is the culture? Does it seem different, and is it, I don't know, I guess more fun might not be the right word, but more interesting, more entertaining?
Fun is the right word. We're having a lot more fun in the building right now, and we get to do different things that we haven't done before. I've only been here a year and some change now, but it's a lot different than it was last year. And I'm really enjoying it so far.
Tyler Guyton joining us here on the Blitz. Specifically, can you kind of get into that a little bit, the different atmosphere? I don't know what it was like for you at Oklahoma, but is it more college feel, like let's have some fun and then go kick ass and not just business 24/7?
Yeah, I think so, man. It's definitely a lot more fun right now. We have more team bonding, things that we have to do, and we've all been enjoying it, and we've really been buying into it to make us a stronger team.
Well, Tyler, what is it for you, man? Because we hear Coach Schottenheimer talking about free throw contests, and he calls some players out that don't do so well. And then I know the ping pong tables are back too. What do you prefer?
Yeah, I'm a basketball guy, man. I'm in here right now. You hear the basketball?
Well, I mean, dude, you're 6'8". I hope basketball is there, right?
Hey, me and Sam Williams tomorrow for the competition championship.
Really?
45 seconds, who can get the most free throws. Yep.
Nice.
All right, so wait, 25 seconds, who can get the most free throws? 45 seconds.
And like 6 rounds about the one-on-one competitions and team meetings. It's really fun, man, but we've been getting real competitive with it.
Are you going home and practicing tonight?
I'm practicing right now.
We're practicing right now. Now, is this like on a Papa shot, or is it a real basketball goal?
We have a real 10-foot basketball goal in our team meeting room.
Nice.
Wow. That is nice. Well, I just love that because it just seems like there's just a fresh attitude around with everybody there. And perfect attendance for the mandatory minicamp. I mean, just stuff like that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Having the whole team here and all the guys and moving pieces is very, very important for, building chemistry throughout the team. So, the perfect attendance speaks a lot about, the coaches, the players and the culture.
Absolutely. Tyler Guyton joining us here on the Blitz. Now, I know it's June now, and a little more than a month, we'll all be in Oxnard, California. When Joe and I get out to Oxnard and we're watching the offensive line, and I see Tyler Guyton, a Tyler Smith, and a Tyler Booker. So if I say, hey, Tyler, all of you are going to turn around unless you have different nicknames. What are all the different nicknames that you can tell us on the radio for the group?
For me, TG. For Tyler Smith, we usually call him T-Sizz. And for T-Book, we call him T-Book. So we usually go by the last names or nicknames.
So nobody goes by Tyler?
Nah, it gets way too confusing.
Yeah, it does, man. I mean, you guys need to get a couple more Tylers in there and just have the whole offensive line that way. That'd be a lot of fun.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, well, it is. And again, you look at it now, Tyler Booker coming in. Now, all of you guys, playing big-time college football. He's from Alabama. He talked about when we had him on the air about going and getting some good barbecue up there in the Dallas area, but he's not, you're from Texas, you're from Austin area. Have you taken him to find some good barbecue?
I recommended a few spots. I'm a big fan of Hutchins Barbecue. That's the spot down here, man.
So what's your go-to at Hutchins?
I'm going with the burn-ins for sure. Probably, 2 pounds of burn-ins. Those are leftovers, for others as well. I like to get a nice beef rib. They're like big dinosaur ribs, a good beef rib. And definitely going with some sides.
Absolutely. Macaroni and cream corn and some beans, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 2 pounds of meat. I call burn-ins meat candy because that's what they are. But you're getting 2 pounds for yourself?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Dude, he's a big man. He's got a lot.
One beef rib is all you need. Get that dino rib and you're ready to go. Do you have a setup at the house where you smoke your own, or is it always going someplace?
Not yet, man. Hopefully soon I'm gonna get that going, but I just go get some hutchins when I'm feeling it.
I got you. Now, I'm going to give you a pro tip. I don't know if you know this, but the PR guy that you're working with, Scotty, that dude, he is great on a smoker. He can give you some good tips.
Great on a smoker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. That dude can grill. He can grill, and he'll always have a good cigar for you.
No doubt.
Well,
he does that. Hey, Tyler, I got to ask you, when you guys get done with mini camp here, you have some time. What do you do with your time off before training camp?
Back to work.
Back to work.
This is the most pivotal time, to get stronger, get bigger, get faster, and get better. We can't waste this opportunity.
No vacation time for you, huh? It's just back to work, and you're going to work the whole time, be ready for camp.
Yes, sir. No vacation.
Nice.
Man, all I hear is, I know what I did my rookie year. I'm going to be better in year 2, right?
Yes, sir. That's the goal, man.
That's the goal. Tyler Guyton, man, appreciate you jumping on right off the practice field. Win that free throw competition tomorrow, man.
I got you. I'm going to bring it home to the O-line room.
Tyler Guyton, he joined the Blitz earlier today via the Buyers Barricades guest line. All guests join via the Buyers Barricades guest line, who provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. Game coming up here in just a minute. Bottom of the hour, we got Game 3, Pacers, Thunder. Game 3 in Indiana. I think the Thunder roll once again. I think this series is still over in 5. Pre-game's coming at you next right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Don't forget, call your loved ones, check on them. You never know what people are going through in life, and the simplest, hey, how you doing, could change everything for them. So be good, stay good. We will see you tomorrow night right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the NBA Finals. Coming up next, Pacers, Thunder from Indiana. Pre-game coming at you next here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. And of course, don't forget to start your day tomorrow morning with Rob and AJ on the Morning Huddle.
94.1.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your family